Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Bailey Parker versus Parker.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Bailey, you and your daughter are suing the defendant for $3,691.50 in child care expenses. Mr. Parker is your daughter's estranged husband, and he denies paternity of your 4-month-old grandson. You claim he hasn't even given your daughter a single penny towards your grandson's expenses.
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Parker, you say your advice to Ms. Bailey and her daughter is to take their lawsuit, find the real father of the child, and sue him.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're seeking the results of a paternity test because you say you do not believe you are 4-month-old Zechariah's biological father. Ms. Bailey, tell me about your lawsuit.
Well, Your Honor, I've come here today because Mr. Parker has done nothing, not a single thing for my daughter or my grandson. He left her when she was 16 weeks pregnant, didn't look back, and he is living his life without responsibility. I'm the baby's father. I provide for the baby. I buy the formula, the diapers. I'm there to hold the baby when he cries and comfort him. Not him. He's living the way he wants to. And my daughter is going to college. She's working on her 2nd degree, not her first, but her 2nd degree.
What type of relationship has he established with Zechariah thus far?
Nothing. Zero. He doesn't even know what he looks like. He's never laid eyes on him.
You don't even know what he looks like, Mr. Parker?
No, Your Honor. I haven't been given the chance.
That's not right. He's
4 months and no opportunity?
No, ma'am. There hasn't been a phone call, anything.
Have you made a phone call?
No, Your Honor, he hasn't. I've had the same phone number for 4 years, and he hasn't called me once.
And you claim he left you when you were 16 weeks pregnant?
He left me when I was 16 weeks pregnant, 10 days before Christmas, and 16 days before my birthday. He left me. He abandoned me. He left, and he didn't look back. He could call me, but he doesn't.
So, Mr. Parker, why would you leave her when she was 16 weeks pregnant with...
It wasn't so much leaving, ma'am, as being run out of the home, Your Honor.
What do you mean? Explain.
The last few days there, Your Honor, she told me that I wasn't worth nothing, that I was not allowed to eat, that I was not allowed to be a part of this family.
That's a lie. That's a
Yeah,
lie.
big
He
lie.
wanted her to cook separate meals besides the meal that she cooked for the family. He wanted special foods. And in these days and time, that is very hard.
I wasn't doing that. And he wanted me to take care of him, you know, like I was his maid, like I was his slave. I wasn't doing that either. I wanted him to grow up instead of being a child like he was with his grandparents and with his mother.
She was right about the separate meals, Your Honor, but I wasn't the one eating the separate meals. I would cook something for me and my stepson, Jacob. Then she would come behind and fix herself like a steak or whatever else out of the refrigerator.
Your Honor, I would go without eating so they would have enough to eat.
Bottom line is, you two were in some type of relationship.
We were married, Your Honor. We still are.
Yes. We are married. Yes.
What led to this entire situation anyway, whether you left or you got ran out?
First it started, she'd start wearing makeup and everything. She was wearing it to church. It ain't so funny. She never wore makeup before. She started wearing it just to go to pay the bills, run out to go over, just to go see the neighbors. I didn't know if she was trying to get something going with the neighbors or not. The thing that really made me suspicious, Your Honor, was what happened next. I come home one day, she's put a padlock on the bedroom door. We have a photo of it here, if I might enter it into evidence.
Yes, please. Jerome, let me see his evidence.
Your Honor, I also have receipts for the child care.
What is this evidence, sir?
That's the lock on the bedroom door that I came home to one day.
You put a lock on your bedroom door?
I did.
Ms. Parker, why?
Because all the Christmas presents were in there, and I have an 8-year-old. I'm not going to let him go in there and see what he's getting for Christmas because he still believes in Santa.
Then why did when I asked you so I could go in there and go in the
You didn't have
bedroom?
anything left in there.
Because you threw everything out.
Did you lock your husband out too?
I locked that bedroom door because I didn't trust him and didn't want him in that room. He didn't have anything in there. I didn't see a point in him going in there.
What did you think was going on in this bedroom, Mr. Parker?
At that point, I didn't have a clue, ma'am. I didn't know if she was just trying to keep me out because she had dirty photos in there or what.
Dirty photos.
Well, wait, I'm trying to understand. This is your marital home.
Ma'am, at this point, I was told to sleep in the living room floor and I was not to eat anything in the home. I was to go to work and bring money home, and that was it.
No, Your Honor, he wasn't. I was pregnant, and at this point, I hadn't trusted him since October. I was tired of sleeping on the couch, so I told him, I want the bed, and I want you to go sleep on the couch.
He said he deserved to sleep on the bed because he was working, and then here she is pregnant, wanting her to sleep on the couch.
How do you get to the point where you don't think the child is yours? It's not about her eating steaks and wearing makeup.
No, ma'am. The thing that got me the most at the final end of it, I didn't even know the child had been born for over a week.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Okay, now take me back to that moment.
It was the 25th or the 26th. I called her up because it was the day the baby was supposed to have been born, left a message on her answering machine because she hadn't told us anything.
Did you accompany her to doctor's appointments?
No,
Were you
Your Honor.
I was not allowed to, ma'am. I was told I was too annoying and I needed to stay home. At this point, I didn't know if she was taking another man or family or who.
Ms. Parker, did you tell your husband he was annoying and needed to stay home and you didn't want him to go to your doctor's appointment?
I told him that I didn't need somebody holding my hand at a doctor's appointment.
And ma'am, I'd like to enter into evidence the birth certificate. It has on it that...
Please let me see that birth certificate.
It shows...
Are you two still married?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Woo.
It shows where I was not even registered as the father, and in my state, if you were married, you were supposed to be automatically put on the birth certificate of the child.
You're presumed to be the father of any child born within your marriage. And
Yes,
yet,
Your Honor.
as I review your evidence...
And this shows that I was not even on the certificate, and this is a federal document that was not shown that shows that she lied to the doctors, lied to the hospital, and lied to me.
She didn't lie to them.
I didn't lie. The hospital, didn't put him on the birth certificate because of the marital problems, because of what I had experienced.
So
he wasn't allowed at the hospital.
Let me be clear. On this piece of evidence, we can see under father's name, it indicates refused, under father's birthplace, refused. That means the mother refused.
I gave them his name. They didn't put it on
But did
there.
you tell the hospital you were married to him?
Yes.
And gave them his name?
Yes.
So how did you get refused?
Then
Because
why
they
didn't
wouldn't put it on there.
Then why didn't they put it on there? It's legally required.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings.
Then why didn't they put it on there? It's legally required.
And so your son's name, Zachariah Howard Bailey, you didn't even give him Mr. Parker's last name.
No, I didn't.
Your last name.
I gave him my maiden name.
You were not told the child was about to come into the world. You weren't told the child was born.
No, Your Honor.
You've never even met this boy.
As soon as I found out about the birth, Your Honor, I went to get a lawyer to get DNA testing, and I've been paying a lawyer ever since. That's the reason why I cut all communication. I was wanting to do everything legally.
Sir, you brought a witness today. Ma'am, will you please stand? State your name for the court.
Charlotte Perez.
And Ms. Perez, what relationship are you to Mr. Parker?
I'm his mother.
You are. And what do you know about this situation?
Before they separated, Your Honor, she had brought him to my mother's and dumped him out 2 or 3 times because she needed some time alone. And then she'd call him and want him to come back when it was payday. My son, they had one car that he bought. he met her and signed that car over to her so she would have a car for her and these children.
And why was he able to buy
a car to get back and forth to work from my daddy.
Why was he able to buy that car? He was able to buy that car because he claimed me and my child on his taxes.
Well, he was supporting your welfare butt.
No, he wasn't.
You know what? At least I'm not a mama's boy.
And she does have college degrees working on her second.
But she don't work. She drives
She's not the
welfare
only
and
one in
food
college, though.
stamps.
He has no college degree.
I'm
She's
halfway
working
through
on
my
her
college
second.
Yeah,
degree.
but I'm halfway through my second.
But it don't do no good if you don't work, if you stay on welfare and food stamps.
You know
All
what?
right. All right. So, let's get a hold of ourselves.
But ma'am, as
Miss,
far as-
well, hold on. Miss Perez, let me ask you the questions, and I need you to give me the answers, okay? Do you believe Zachariah is your son's child, is your grandchild?
the way she did everything about this child's birth and the way she would get up and take off while he was trying to sleep, I don't really know. But I hope it's not, because he don't need to be tied to her for 18 years. But if it is his child, we've already got a lawyer and paying it to file for custody.
Well, that's not going to happen. Hell's
It'll be
gonna
a
freeze
cold
over
day
it.
in hell before y'all get custody of my child.
Somebody-
My child.
You know what? I try to give you all some room so that maybe I can see something of importance would be stated so I could understand how in the world we got here. This court is really about helping children, and our concern is Zachariah. So, since this child was born, you've done nothing for this child, Mr. Parker, and you have never seen your wife's baby.
No, ma'am, I have not.
No, he's
Your
done
Honor.
nothing. He's paid
His
nothing.
baby.
I've paid it all.
Miss Parker, all you had
I'm
to do
the
was
father.
call.
All you had to do was call.
How can she call?
And
She don't have your phone number.
And I've had the same number for over 4 years, and you couldn't call me?
But Samantha, the
I
only
did
time
call.
you answered that's when you wanted money or
No.
you wanted something.
Okay.
Y'all know that apartment, the phone don't work.
Listen, we are going to get to the paternity results in just a moment, but first, you indicated in your statement to the court you had spent $3,691.50
Yes.
on child care expenses. Do you have proof of those
Yes,
expenses?
ma'am, we
Honor.
do. Yes, Your Honor.
And this is the proof here.
Yes, Your
Yes, Your
Honor,
Honor.
it is.
Please explain to the court what those expenses were.
We have to buy his formula, his diapers. We have to buy clothes for him. We had to buy his crib, his car seats, his stroller. We've had to buy everything for this child. He has not helped one bit.
Yes, I have. We had the strollers and everything else bought before I left even.
No,
There
you
were no
didn't.
strollers
There was
there.
nothing at the house.
Then what
I had
happened
to
to them?
get everything. There was nothing there, Mr. Parker.
All right, well, I do see receipts here totaling $3,691.50 for items that, yes, in fact, a child needs. So your testimony, Mr. Parker, is that you've done nothing. You don't believe this child is yours.
Yes, Your Honor, I don't believe this child is mine.
And
Because of all this going on, I just can't believe that this child is mine. If it was my child, why didn't she want me to be a part of its life? Why did she not just let me see him?
Because
even?
you rather sit on
I
your behind and play video games in front of the TV
I
all
did
day.
want you a part of his life. I am your wife. I wanted you there. I don't even know why you left.
Your Honor, my son called social services when he found out the baby had been born. And he asked them about child support.
Really? Because I'm
And
the one
they
that had to
told
go
us
and
that
start child
he
support
was not
papers.
the father. He was not on the birth certificate.
well, at this point, I think the only way to move forward is to get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Bailey Parker v. Parker pertaining to 4-month-old Zachariah Bailey, And as to whether Mr. Parker is his biological father, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Parker,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are his father.
I told you.
Told you.
Okay, wait. We're going to finish paying the lawyer and file for custody.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I want to see the two parents in my chambers without their mothers. Court
Yes,
is
Your
adjourned.
Honor.
Don't you dare.
Mr. and Miss Parker, that was some testimony out there. It was difficult to watch a husband and a wife go at it like that. And then just when I thought there was very little hope this could work, I began to see in your eyes feelings of genuine hurt when you said to him, I don't even know why you left. That says to me, you need to do some serious talking, because I feel like both of you love one another. And so, Mr. Parker, I have to say to you, Ms. Parker enumerated, she sent receipts, lists of all the things she had spent that totaled $3,691.50. And since you are Zachariah's biological father, you are responsible for half of the child care expenses. Do you understand that? So I'm going
Yes,
to
Your Honor.
award her $1,845.75.
It's completely understandable, Your Honor.
Now, I have to ask you, Ms. Parker.
I want him to see his son.
Thank you. I didn't even have to ask.
That's why I came here. It's because I want him to be a part of Zachariah's life.
Well, he's here today. There he is. Oh, he's gorgeous. I wish you the best of luck, both of you, okay? And take care of him. Oh gosh, he's so cute.
Can I carry him?
Yeah, he's your son.